welcome to another edition of Bronx Talks. Today we're going to be talking about Tatsuya Imai, some potential Yankees trade targets, Cody Bellinger. We'll be talking about a lot more, as it seems the Yankees are frozen right now. I mean, it literally feels like we're all the way back in 2020 during the lockout. Nothing's going on. And I saw a tweet this morning that was pretty eye-opening to me. The Yankees haven't signed one player out of the organization this offseason, unless you want to count the Yankees getting Cade Winquest in the Rule 5 draft. The Yankees haven't signed anyone who hasn't been a part of the team last season, which is pretty crazy to think about. So, as fans, I don't even know where we're at right now. So that's what we'll discuss. In other news, I won my fantasy football
Yes,
championship. So
congrats.
shout out to all the other fantasy football winners out there. But other than that, Christian, how are you doing, my friend?
I came in last in the league. Worth noting. That's why we don't do anything football related. Congratulations, though, to the city of Anchorage. I'm pretty bored Yankees wise. I'm not gonna lie, Ryan. Not thinking about it as much. Obviously we're still doing a bunch of content, but not a lot of impactful content. A lot more,
Yeah,
Matt Carpenter, remembering Chris Gittins style stuff.
yeah,
Because there's just not a lot going on. I guess if we want to jump right into it and start with the Mahi, because I feel like this was kind of the one piece of news we've gotten recently that he was
yeah,
interested, or the White Sox were interested in him. And then
yep,
it started to make a lot of sense in my head. Like, okay, yeah, his market's not what they thought it was going to be. I'm thinking maybe something came up that teams didn't know before, whether it was in medicals or they just found something. Because it just seems like a lot of the big market teams aren't really in on him. And I was like, oh, okay, well, if his price is dropping, that makes sense. The White Sox might take a flyer on this guy. Already brought in Murakami. But I don't know. I'm still pretty on board with Yankees. Go throw some money at this guy. It's probably not going to be up there $200 million like we originally thought, but even better, right?
yeah. I mean, definitely. He's only 27 years old, so he's entering the prime of his career, and he's a stud. He had a 1.92 ERA in 24 starts last year, had 178 strikeouts. I mean, this guy is legit. And when we were doing the video, I think it was Yankees off-season targets. He was at the top of the list, and I think his contract projection was upwards of $200 million. And when I saw that for an international player, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is the real deal. There's going to be a ton of teams after him because $200 million to a guy that's never thrown a big league pitch is pretty crazy, in my opinion. But I don't think he'll get anywhere close to that now. There was a report that came out, I think, yesterday from Yahoo Japan that said the Yankees are one of three teams in on Amai. And the three teams are the Phillies, the White Sox, and the Yankees. And there's been some rumors that the White Sox are the front runners. Maybe the White Sox are trying to take a page out of the Dodgers book and signing all the Japanese superstars because they already got Murakami. Who knows? But I mean, I'm taking that with a grain of salt because Jack Curry said a week ago that the Yankees are not going to pursue Amai. So it looked
Yeah.
like he basically shut everything down on that front. So am I going to buy Yahoo Japan? I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I think today, Christian, we could talk about this later on, but I don't even think it's the reporter's fault, but I think the reporting across Major League Baseball, I don't even know who you can really trust. Maybe the passing, right? But I feel like there's just so much extra noise, and a lot of times these guys aren't even right. And big name guys, we had John Heyman miss with the arson judge. I feel like the last 5 or 6 years, it's just been all over the place.
I think
Um,
Pass and Rosenthal are kind of the guys. Not
yeah,
Barry Bloom. He was the Bellinger $400 million contract report.
yeah, that was ridiculous.
And
I mean, that is such.
you know how it's gotten really bad. This is how you know it's really bad. I've seen a lot of Yankee fans almost turn on Jack Curry this offseason. And
Yeah,
that doesn't happen. Jack Curry is the guy, but I think fans are just so frustrated and fed up that they need to believe something. So for Jack
Yeah.
Curry to, be saying that we're out on all these guys and the only, real free agent that he's connected the Yankees to is Bellinger, it hurts. And I kind of
Yeah.
understand it. That's why actually originally in the offseason I thought that maybe the Yankees were feeding him some information to put out in the public, but
Hmm.
we really
Yeah.
won't know.
I mean, I think sports media as a whole is a bit like fugazi in the sense that
Fugazi.
like, yeah, I don't know
So
if
word.
that's a good word, but I feel like a lot of sports media is like fake because the people that they're putting on these programs, like if you watch a lot of these sports programs, a lot of the guys talking sports, if you watch them regularly, you can be like, they don't know that much about sports. Like they are just a regular guy. Like some of these people and the takes they have, they're just so out of left field. They're so bad. There's like no preparation or any logic behind them. They just do that to get a headline. I think with social media nowadays, I mean, there's so many people on it. If you see a ridiculous trade proposal or you see a crazy take or you see something like Bellinger $400 million, we're going to see that. We're going to see the
Yeah.
guy who reported that. He's going to make a name for himself. Did you even know who that reporter was, Christian, until he said the Bellinger 400 million?
Well, no, but then it turned out my dad knew him because he used to work with my dad. So that
Oh,
was
okay. Well, I'm my point is I think there's just so much fake stuff
yes.
and people are just trying to make a headline for themselves. I also saw an article too um that was comparing Tatsuya Imai to Luis Castillo, saying they had like similar arm angles and stuff. I should have watched the video. I I didn't. I just kind of skimmed over it. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen with Imai. I think one thing that was curious to me when I was reading it, right, is that Tatsuya Imai has till Friday, this Friday at 5 p.m. to sign a contract. And that's
Yeah.
his posting windows. After that is done, he won't be able to sign with an MLB team until I guess next year or whatever. I wonder, like, with his market kind of fading away, even if there is any market, we don't even know if there is. Do you see Tatsuya Mai maybe getting like a 1 year, 2 year deal? Maybe something like Murakami got with the White Sox. He got the 2 year deal. Could you see a
Mm,
team swooping in and saying, "All right, here's that 1 year deal or so"? And we saw that. I mean, not with international players, but we saw that with like Scott Boras and Blake Snell and Alex Bregman. Like they got like that
yes.
1 year deal because like the season was beginning to start up and they needed to go somewhere. And while the season's not about to start up, it's a similar situation for Amai because he has to get on a team. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. And there's not a specific example that I could point to from an international player where it's like, okay, they're betting on themselves. They're going to take a short term deal. And to be honest, I think a lot of the players that are coming over here don't exactly know how their skills are going to translate, and they want to lock up as much money as possible. And I think, comparing it to Murakami, I just think like going into the offseason, we knew Murakami's market wasn't going to be that hot. Did I think it was going to be as cold as it turned out to be? No, but there were definitely the concerns with him. I think Amai, I just don't think teams are willing to go as high, to be honest, as originally stated. But I think he'd happily settle for, a 3-4+ year deal that's anywhere between 120 to $200 million. So I guess 3 year deal. That's shorter term, I guess. But I don't see a 1 to 2. We just haven't seen that before with Japanese
Yeah.
players.
Hey, if I can get a Mai on a 3 year deal, sign me up 4 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get that guy till he's 30 years old in the prime of his career. I mean, I'll take that all day. That's not a long term commitment. So if you could get a Mai in a 2, 3 year, even 4 year range, you 100% have to jump on that. And it's really surprising to me his market in a league that like pitching is like gold. It's like diamonds. When you find a good young pitcher, teams will hold on to that. Like they don't let it go. This league is all about pitching, pitching, pitching. This guy's 27 years old, had a 1.92 ERA last year. The guy's been a stud for a long time, and no one is touching this guy. Come on, that doesn't make sense. That's why I might agree with you saying maybe there's something up. Maybe they found some report, and I mean, I don't know about the medical. I don't know, but maybe
Well,
something's
yeah,
up
I do
because
think there could be something. It does seem a little too slow, but then also the whole offseason's moving slow. Like
yeah,
nothing
that's
has
true.
moved fast.
Yeah, I heard, and I mean, I was thinking about this before we went live, Christian. I totally forgot Kyle Tucker's in this free
Yeah,
agency.
the biggest
No,
name.
no one has talked about Kyle Tucker since free agency open. Is he playing for the Savannah Bananas next year? Like what is going on with that? There has been no one linked to Kyle Tucker. It's amazing to me. And these are such good players that are just sitting there for everyone. Even I did the Bo Bichette video last week, and I was like, all right, let's touch on Bo Bichette. No one knows what Bo Bichette's
Yep.
market is like. So, like, what? Kyle Tucker, Bo Bichette, Tatsuya Imai. Did I say Bellinger?
Bellinger, Bregman. Um,
Yeah. I mean, we're after Christmas here, and none of these guys are signed, and it doesn't even seem like any one of these guys is close to signing. It's really bizarre. The sport of baseball has definitely gotten weird when it comes to the off season. Like you really have no idea like what to expect. I mean, like a couple years ago, Blake Snell, it was like March. It was almost March, and I think it was March actually. And Blake Snell wasn't on a team. Look what Blake Snell did with the Dodgers. I don't like it. It just it doesn't. I don't know. I don't get it.
yeah, and I almost think this turns into a bigger conversation then with how much players are asking for, money wise, how much they're actually worth, where it's going to lead with the lockout. Like Kyle Tucker's probably going to get more money than Aaron Judge. That's kind of crazy. And
That is.
like Aaron Judge is a better player. And I know that was a few years ago, but I think it's a problem of just every year it's just going up and up and up. And I almost think maybe owners and general managers are kind of pushing back a little bit like, hold on, you're not worth this much. And
Yeah.
everyone also has the potential or the definite lockout. I mean, it's a matter of if they play the season or not in 2027. People have that in their minds. So
Yeah.
you might be signing a guy, but you might be losing out on a year of him. And I think that's where,
That's a
creating
very
some
good point.
problems. I don't know, Ryan. I was rewatching our the Juan Soto like that day, like of our videos and stuff. It was making me so nostalgic. And now here we are in this offseason. And I know part of it's like, okay, the 2023 team was a lot worse and they had to improve a lot more. It just sucks though that like here we are in this offseason and the most we're really hoping for is re-signing Bellinger. And it
Yeah.
felt like last year's
Yeah.
team wasn't even good enough.
And it's just like when you think about it too, like the AL East is just so freaking loaded. Like Toronto just went
Yep.
to the World Series. They're like inches away from winning a World Series, right? I mean, the Red Sox, they're getting healthy. They got all the young guns ready to thrive. They look really, really good. They got Chapman extended. The Orioles bring in a big time slugger and Alonso. Like, and then, you want to count out the Rays, but I mean, you can never sit up on a stage and say the Rays aren't going to be a pesky team because, they'll always find a way to be at least somewhat competitive. It's like the whole division is absolutely loaded. And it's just like, it's just like the whole division is loaded, Christian, but it just feels like if the Yankees make like a big move, they could just propel themselves to the top of
And they
that
would.
division. Like, yeah, like it doesn't seem like they're that far off. It seems like they're just like in grasping distance from like getting that AL East crown. And it just seems like they're just not going for it. And we heard that Jeff Passan report a couple weeks ago, and
Oh.
Jeff Passan, he said on the K show basically that the Yankees people like their team right now, and they believe they can compete for an AL East championship with the squad they got right now. Which I got to be honest, I don't know. I mean, that bullpen
Well,
looks like. Can we talk about the bullpen? Like that was their weak spot in the team, and the bullpen is worse. And the lineup right now is worse. I know it was a really good offense, but the lineup is worse. You're missing a guy who hit 29 home runs last year in your lineup. Like, what's going to happen at shortstop? Like, it's just
The Yankees' current bullpen: David Bednar, Camilo Duvall, Tim Hill, Fernando Cruz. Oh, this isn't updated, but Ryan Yarbrough. I mean, he'll start in the rotation. But then we have Cade Winquist, Paul Blackburn, and that might be what it is to start, or at least currently. This is not MLB's updated roster. It's not good enough. And a lot of people were, frustrated with the Paul Blackburn move, set a lot of people off. Obviously, me and Ryan, we had him on a show, very appreciative, and we love Paul Blackburn. It's nothing against Paul Blackburn. It's just people are, for how antsy every Yankee fan is right now, for just these little moves to just keep piling up. It's just not what Yankee fans want to hear, and I think that's the butt of the anger.
Yeah, I mean that bullpen. I'm sorry, that bullpen is not good. I mean, Bednar is a solid closer, but I mean, Camilo Duvall wasn't that good on the Yankees last year. Like towards the end, he started to put it together a little bit, and I think he was solid in the playoffs. But like, is Camilo Duvall shut down? Is he locked down? I mean. Seventh inning, Cruz is good. I really like Cruz, but like, there's not enough. Not enough in that bullpen.
They're gonna trade for someone in the bullpen.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm not really that. I guess Jake Bird too. I don't think I mentioned him, but yeah, he might start the year.
Have Jake Bird.
I don't know. I get more worried. Also, I made a post about this yesterday. Like, don't forget how bad the Yankees' rotation was in the postseason, and. I know it's a little unfair to, I guess I shouldn't even say postseason, the series against the Blue Jays. I know that's not the fairest thing in the world, but like we do it every year when the Yankees offense would suck in the postseason, and we'd say, you got to fix this, you got to fix this. So, well, yes, you have your ace, Garrett Cole, coming back, and that's going to help. I think you could definitely pad a little bit more, and I look at the Dodgers, how the Dodgers have constructed their team. And I know some of how they've done it is just by splurging money anywhere and everywhere. But their rotation is stacked. And
it's disgusting.
I mean, they had tons of guys hurt the entire year, even in the postseason, but didn't matter because they had so many starting pitchers.
Yeah, I mean,
to the point where they had so many that they didn't even have roles for them. They would just push them to the bullpen. And then it made their bullpen even better. That's how they won the 2025 World Series.
They said, screw it. We don't need a bullpen. We'll just throw Yamamoto out there. I mean, what? The guy threw over 100 pitches and then what? Was 3 innings in Game 7 of the World Series? Was it 3 innings? I think it was, right?
In Game 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He pitched a bunch.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he pitched a bunch. He was able to, get him that World Series crown, and then what did the Dodgers do? They had a little bit of a weakness in their bullpen. They signed one of the best closers in the game. I actually thought Edwin Diaz, would have been a solid fit for the Yankees.
Because he would have. He would have.
He would have, yeah. Because David Bednar, he's a free agent after this year. Let's keep that in mind too, right? So, like, if you can't retain Bednar, Bednar will probably go to the Mets next season and join the Yankees relief crew with Mendoza and the squad. But, you might need a closer for the future. I thought Diaz would have been a really good fit. He's off the board. It seemed like the Yankees really had no interest at all in Luke Weaver. I don't know. I
was fine with
I like that guy, Clevenger from the Rays. He's in his 30s. He had a really good year. Has really good savant metrics. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you give the Rays a call, but the Rays are going to ask for Aaron Judge in return. So I don't know. You call the Rays for Clevenger, we're going to be like, yeah, we want Aaron Judge and we want you to eat all of his salary and we'll pay Judge the league minimum. And Brian Cashman be like, all right, yeah, smartest man in the room.
Smartest man in the room would be like, they'd want Aaron Judge's future kid who turns out to be even better than Aaron Judge, because that's how good the Rays are with their scouting department. Austin Hayes, this was another one that, like, I hate to be that Yankee fan, but I just see the report and I'm like, oh, like, this is what we're going to do instead of Bellinger. It's going to be a Dominguez-Hayes platoon or a Jones-Hayes platoon. And also, his baseball savant metrics are horrendous. I know he raked against...
That's why the Yankees are interested.
Yeah, but that didn't even make sense. Like, the Yankees like the advanced stat guys. I don't get it.
Yeah, Christian, do you remember, like, before we started the podcast, I was like an OG Austin Hayes hater?
Yeah. The Orioles days,
He was so freaking annoying on the Orioles. And he thought he was, like, the best player in the league, too. Like, Austin Hayes, I mean, I think Pete said this on one of his shows a while back, NYY Underground, but, like, we're the New York Yankees. Can we, like, stop with the platoon garbage?
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine hearing the 1998 Yankees going, platoon. Like, no. Like, let's try to win the freaking World Series and stop with this platoon garbage. Really? I mean, every word out of their Yankees' mouth is platoon. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
And it's so stupid. I actually talked about this with Pete because, yeah, like, platoons can work great. At third base, that's a perfect scenario, right? You have Ryan McMahon, you have Ahmed Rosario, good platoon. But when the whole lineup's platoons, it doesn't work. It's too many platoons. You had Ben Rice and Jazz Chisholm sitting out in playoff games. They're some of your best hitters.
It's way too complicated, bro. It's really way too complicated. I don't get it. I don't know what the Yankees are going to do. I mean, I guess we could touch on this for a little bit. Chris Kirshner came out yesterday or a couple days ago, and he wrote an article about 3 Yankee potential trade targets. They're all names that we've heard like a month ago. So, I mean, that just shows you how dry on content everyone is. But he basically listed McKenzie Gore, left-handed starting pitcher for the Nationals, 27 years old. He's under team control until 2028.
Boo.
He's only going to make $6.5 million in 2026, which you got to love that because, I mean, that's really, really affordable. Last season, he had a 4.17 ERA. He started 30 games, had 185 strikeouts, 159 2/3 innings pitched. Savant numbers, they're
not that good.
Does have a big pitch rate, 4-seam, right, curve, average fastball, 95.3 miles an hour. I think the interesting thing with him is it says age 26, but it said online age 27, so I'm actually not sure how old he is. But 26, 27, whatever. He's really young, and like maybe with the Yankees and Matt Blake, they could like fix something in his repertoire or whatever, and he could be a really good pitcher. I was kind of out on him to begin the offseason. He is kind of intriguing, right? Because like maybe the Nationals, could use some prospects. I mean, we know the Nationals aren't really going to compete. Would they want to trade this guy? Like, I'm not necessarily sure, but he could be interesting because $6.5 million is not a lot of money. Even for the season he had last year, that's
makes
solid.
No sense in my brain. No sense.
Why? It doesn't make sense to you?
If anything is cheap, Nationals want to keep. I mean, it's 3 more years. Nationals like that. They're going to start trying to compete in the next 3 years. And, like, what are the Yankees
do? This year and next year.
Sorry, 2 more years. What does it do for the Yankees? You're bringing in another lefty starting pitcher. Not very high velocity, I believe, so it's not like you'd really move into the bullpen if he gets pushed out of the rotation, and he probably would get pushed out of the rotation, once Cole, Rodon come back. I just don't understand the move, and again, the Nationals aren't going to give him up for nothing. He's 2 years left to control. He's a young starting pitcher. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up all good points. I mean, definitely with how, bolster that rotation is, especially with, like, guys like Clark Schmidt coming back later in the year. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a Matt Blake call. You call up Blake saying, what are you seeing this guy? Can you really make him elite?
Didn't we talk about this also on the last live where we were saying players over projects?
Yeah, you're totally right.
That's my philosophy.
That's a good shirt. Players over projects.
Yeah, we could get that on a shirt.
Yeah, because that's what the Yankees do. They love project guys. I don't know.
Oh,
Smartest man in the room.
what about
Smartest man.
Mr. MVP? Someone brought it up in the chat. Nick Torres.
Hey, Mexican League MVP, dude. Is he gonna be like a platoon guy on the Yankees bench? Like, did they sign him
Another
to a minor
platoon.
league? Did they sign him to a minor league deal, major league? I don't even know how much they signed him for. The guy is 32 years old. 32 years old. He was playing in the same league Robinson Cano hit like 445 and won Mexican League MVP. This is the same league where Trevor Bauer was getting rocked up like on the mound. Trevor Bauer was so bad he had to leave this league, go pitch in the Japanese minor leagues. I mean, really, like, should we have just signed Robinson Cano at that point? Like, honestly, like, I don't know. The guy's never played in the major leagues. Like, he was in the Rangers organization. 32 years old, never played in the major leagues, and I'm rooting for him because that'd be an excellent story. Maybe we need a little Nick Torres. You know, we got to replace Glaber. You know, one Torres out, one Torres in. You know, but I don't know. That that was interesting.
Ryan, you should have seen some of the Facebook comments. They thought we signed like Shohei Ohtani. They saw
really?
MVP and ran with it.
It saw like 5,000 likes.
Yes, because
Like,
everyone just saw MVP and was like, "Let's go."
Nick Torres, dude, are
MVP
you sure?
of the platoons, maybe.
I saw one comment that was like a 32-year-old never took an at bat in the majors. Way to go, Cash.
It's more our style.
Dude, you know they're gonna try to play Nick Torres at like third base too. Like they're not like he is not playing first base.
Wait till he starts at a game at first base because there's a lefty on the mound over Ben Rice. Just wait.
Oh god, this team is gonna be the death of us. Next guy he said, let's kind of skim over these next two. Next guy he said was Sandy Alcantara, who's been on the trade block since the Cold War. He's making $17.3 million in 2026. He has a club option for $21 million in 2027. Oh my god, that was funny. And he's an unrestricted free agent in 2028. Had an awful year last year. I'll click on his baseball savant. Look, this guy won a Cy Young. He was obviously a stud in the past. Last year, absolutely atrocious. 5.36 ERA. I believe he ended the season on a strong note, so maybe you hold your hat on that. His savant numbers, absolutely atrocious. They make Austin Hayes look like an MVP. And yeah, I mean, look, Sandy Alcantara, I don't think this guy's career is just going to fall off a cliff. I mean, he was coming off Tommy John. I don't think this guy's going to suck for the rest of his career. I actually think he'll be a stud again. But the Marlins need to trade him, right? Like, he has a club option for $21 million next year. The Marlins are looking to compete. Like, they believe they have a really good shot at this. They kind of exceeded expectations. I got young players. Like, the Marlins believe they are going to try to make a push for the postseason this year. You're probably going to need Alcantara to do that. And look, he's going to cost like probably a Spencer Jones. I mean, let's just be real. He's going to cost a Jones.
It could cost a Dominguez, and then the Marlins they're switch hitting outfielder as they, start to try and compete. So it could. I think that's the most likely if we get one of the Marlins starting pitchers. I think Dominguez would be a Marlin.
Yeah, especially if they bring in Bellinger, then you're not really holding back on that deal. Like, if you bring in Bellinger, your outfield set. You call up the Marlins, try to bring in Alcantara. I would totally give up to me. I would even give up Jones. If you brought in Cody Bellinger, you're set in the outfield, I'd give up Jones or Dominguez. Because if Alcantara turns into the Cy Young pitcher that he was in Miami, I mean, bro, that rotation, Cole, Fried, come on. That's game over. Like, come on. Like, I think that's a risk you got to take. And you got to take risks in this league. You got to take risks in life. So, yeah, he might be the likeliest move that happens, I think, if the Yankees were able to bring back Cody Bellinger. And there was, like, rumors last year with the Yankees and Alcantara. I'm sure he's a guy that Brian Cashman.
They're definitely looking at him. I want to touch on this quick because I know there were rumors at the beginning of the offseason about Steven Kwan. It just doesn't make sense. You're just adding another lefty. His splits are somewhat dramatic. Like, yeah, would he be a nice piece? Sure, contact guy. Doesn't make sense. The Yankees need righties.
I believe it was was it the Savages in the Box? No, the 4-Train Yankees
Yeah.
podcast. No, I don't watch a lot of their stuff, but I happened to come across it the other day. And one of the guys on there said, sign Bo Bichette, trade for Stephen Kwan. Your top 3 is Kwan, Bichette, Judge.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Or even Bichette, Kwan, Judge. Who cares? But Yankees aren't doing that.
I mean, I saw him say that. I was like, that is like not that like that is not hard to do. You just sign Bichette, and then you just trade for Kwan. Like, I don't think that's that impossible.
Well, yeah, but I think we already know that the Yankees aren't really connected to Bichette at all. And, like, you have to keep in mind, if Bellinger didn't have reverse splits, the Yankees wouldn't even be talking to this guy this offseason. I'm serious. I don't think it would even be a conversation. The Yankees view him as someone who's going to help balance that lineup. So, like, the lefties, the whole lefties thing does kind of matter.
I think the thing with Kwan that you really get excited about is not even so much the bat. I mean, we know he has exceptional contact skills. I think he strikes out the least in the league. But 4 years in the league, 4 Gold Gloves. He's arguably like he's probably like a top 3 defender in the game. Like, if you're including all the positions, like, he is elite defensively. So, like, I mean, come on, left field Yankee Stadium, you add that defense. And look, Stephen Kwan, Bichette, Judge, I mean, that's destroying lineups. Sorry, it is. Like, and then you got Stanton, Rice. Wow. Look how deep that lineup gets, bro. Because then Rice becomes like your 4 or 5 hitter. We got Jazz, right? Like, it gets deep. Like, I mean,
I just got shocked.
What?
He's in the 100th percentile in arm value the past 2 years. Isn't he?
Wow.
I think of him as like so small and tiny.
Hey,
how's that even possible?
Got him out.
Wow.
But why aren't the Yankees?
I'm dumb. It's not arm strength. There's a different metric for that.
Oh, but like, why aren't the Yankees like thinking about that? Like, why are we sitting here? Like, we both agreed upon it. The guy from 4-Train was saying, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, why do we not saying necessarily that 100% the Yankees should do that? But like, why aren't we like sitting here? Like, why aren't the Yankees like at least like considering like that would make our team a lot better? Like, why as fans we look at that scenario and we as fans are like, that makes the Yankees a lot better, and we know in the back of our heads the Yankees would not even entertain that idea in the slightest. Like, how does that like make it make sense?
I don't know, but I will say this, like, all it would take is one rumor connecting the Yankees to Bichette, and we would be like, oh, okay, now this is a realistic possibility. So, while I know for the fact the Yankees would never have Bichette play shortstop, I know that for a fact. And whether I agree with it or not, actually, part of me does, part of me doesn't. But I think the Yankees would 100% be open to him playing second base. We just haven't heard anything about that because it's probably not going to happen. But all it takes is one rumor, and then you never know. Trade for Soto. Yeah.
Hey, Juan Soto got hired by the East Carolina Pirates, be their new wide receivers coach.
Oh, Mets fans were losing it over that. Losing it.
That was
pretty good.
That was crazy. Yeah, the other guy that Chris Kirshner said, sorry, we got a real bit off topic. Freddy Peralta making $8 million in 2026, which is literally, that is amazing considering the production this guy has. 2.70 ERA last year. Guy made 33 starts, 204 strikeouts in 176 2/3 innings. Guy is elite. You look at his baseball savant, it is exceptional. He's only 29 years old. Free agent after this year.
Yeah.
Yes, he is a free agent in 2027. Yeah, look, I don't know how the hell the Yankees would be able to bring this guy in. I don't know why Milwaukee would trade him. They just won their division. Look, I know they didn't, get past the Dodgers. They got swept and all that jazz, but they have the best record in baseball. Like, what? Now you're just going to give up? No,
I got
that's
it.
Ridiculous.
I got it. You said swept and all that jazz, Ryan. Challenge trade, Jazz for Peralta.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Wow, that's interesting. You totally caught me off guard there. Totally caught me. Is that the Cashman trade? Because look, Jazz is a free agent after this year. Who plays second for the Brewers?
It's going to take a quick Google search here. Oh.
Who?
Yeah, never mind. It's Bryce Terang. He's very
I was
good.
about to say it was. I should have said that. That would have made my ball knowledge go up. I was literally saying it's Bryce Terang.
5.6 B-WAR. That's pretty solid. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the Brewers.
I just don't know how that trade made sense. I mean, it would make all the sense in the world if the Brewers sucked. I would be slamming on this desk, bring this guy in. But I mean, why? The Brewers just, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So those were the three guys that Kirshner laid out. I mean, they've been the same guys at the start of the offseason. I think we mentioned them in a live stream. You did with Pete, all that. So I really, whatever. I guess the last thing we talked about, and then we could leave the rest to, whatever. But I mean, Cody Bellinger, we already kind of talked about it, so maybe we don't dive into it, but Yankees are somewhat confident they can retain him. John Heyman reported that yesterday. Some of the teams in the mix for Bellinger are the Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Giants, and Blue Jays. Scott Boras is pushing for a 7th year, which everyone is saying is the big holdup in the deal. Like, teams are like, we are not giving Cody Bellinger 7 years. And that seems to be the one thing in the path from Cody Bellinger getting signed. And the Yankees want to bring back Bellinger, as we know, but it looks like they're going to do it at their price. Like, they're not going to go crazy or, like, push past their boundaries to bring him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But once again, he's a Scott Boras client. Like, this thing could go on for a long time. Scott Boras is very, very stubborn. He will fight for every last penny. I mean, we talked about earlier, Blake Snell, Alex Bregman. These guys with Boras don't get signed quick. So, I mean, this could go on for a really, really long time, which may not be a good thing for the Yankees, because the Yankees can't just be like, okay, we got to wait till we sign Bellinger. Bellinger goes to the Blue Jays because, of course, that's our luck. And then what? The season's about to start, and we're fielding at this team. I don't know. Like, maybe the Yankees should get creative with trades now. Who knows? I really don't know. It's a tricky spot. But
there's a free agent that literally has to sign by Friday. He has to make his decision. That'd be an easy one.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what the Yankees are doing. I don't know what the Mets are doing. Maybe I don't know, the Giants and the Jets took over the Mets and the Yankees front offices this offseason. Like, New York sports, besides the Knicks, I mean, the Knicks have been awesome. So shout out Knicks, but New York sports, other than that, have been awful. Like, I mean, what is going on here? The Mets trading away their whole team. Got the Yankees sitting here not making a move.
At least if we were Mets fans, we'd be excited, though, because, like, maybe not excited, but every week we'd have a new thing to talk about. Whether it's new thing to, like, plan, oh, this means that's going to happen. The entire offseason, we have been talking about Cody Bellinger, if he's going to come to New York, maybe Imai. That's been it. Yeah. So boring. Just give us news.
They're not going to sign a Bichette. Like, Kyle Tucker, I don't even know if he, like, did he retire? Like, what? Where's he gonna sign? Because that just should know who is giving Kyle Tucker for. Like, really? Like, the guy has no market. Like, if the Yankees just came in here and said, Kyle Tucker, $400 million, sign it right now. I mean, I really have no idea what the Yankees are gonna do. And Christian, I'm starting to get that irky vibe in my heart and in my head, whatever, in that pit in my stomach, that we could be in for a long season, because you already know where this is going. Yankees fans are getting toxic already. The first pitch of spring training has not even been thrown, and the fans want to just stampede Yankee Stadium and tear and burn the whole thing down. Like, Anthony Volpe is going to make an error in mid-May. We're going to be a 500 team. And I literally think the seats at Yankee Stadium are going to be thrown onto the field. Like, I already know where this is going. This has 2023 written all over it. All over it. And I don't think the Yankees are going to be as bad as 2023, but, like, it's just, I don't like the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And looking ahead, though, 2026, if we do have a 2023-esque season, that means we landed Tariq Skubal. So we can get happy about that. Because then they'll have to make a big move.
Yeah. I wonder how Boone's feeling this offseason.
I don't know.
I totally forgot about Boone. Hal Steinbrenner, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Made his first appearance since February last year. Do you think the Yankees are saving pennies for Jazz next year? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing. I don't even know if they plan on fielding a team this year. Yeah, I don't even know if they're planning to fill a ball club out this year.
Who knows? All right, guys.
I think that will do it here, and maybe next live stream, in a week or so.
That'll be next year, actually.
That will be next year. So we will see you guys 2026, and we'll see if the Yankees do something next year. They still have time to do something this year, but they're running out of time. Maybe they'll sign someone right as the Stranger Things finales dropped.
Ooh, that's going to be good. We'll see. Yeah. Yankees, please do something. Figure it out. See you guys.